Hi, welcome to bagpipelessons.net. Again, my name is Gary Guth. Today we're gonna develop a 2/4 competition march called the Conundrum. And if you haven't already worked on this rhythm pattern sheet, you might want to go back to my website to that page. The link is down below. You can click on that link, go work out the patterns so you understand how the patterns work, and then that'll help you in this lesson. The conundrum is a 2/4, we call it a 2/4 four-part march. It's sort of in the genre of our competition marches and stuff. And what confuses most people about reading the 2/4 march is the fact that you have in these quad patterns you have dotted sixteenths followed by 30 seconds. And when you're trying to count the 30-second notes, there aren't a lot of syllables. There aren't enough syllables. You know, look, I can count quarter notes 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and my 16th notes are 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. But there aren't any syllables for 30-second notes. So I'm going to show you how we solve that problem. I'm going to move my video camera down like this so you can see my music and stuff, and so you can see my music. All right, so here I am. I'm in 2/4 time right here. And you know, the greatest thing about fractions is that you can change, you can reduce them. So you know, 2/4 also becomes 1/2, right? But if I go the other way, it becomes 4/8. So I've got 4/8 notes to the measure. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so here I take the conundrum, and here's an eighth note. So this is the first one to measure. This is 1, like this. This is this section here. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. So I'm going to go through all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what I'm doing? I'm just I'm numbering the eighth notes. 2, 3, 4. All right, see that? Okay, now if I go back to my rhythm patterns sheet, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for patterns. Oh, by the way, this first one right here would be 4. Okay, so I'm going to go look for patterns that look like this on my sheet. So if I come over here, oh, there's one. See, I've got the I've got a dotted note followed by a cut. So if I come down here, here's my dotted notes by the cut. So I got 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So if I'm looking at this, this would be 4. See that? 4. And then I have oh, there's supposed to be a dot here. Sometimes, you know, the Scots Guards books have little problems because they don't put all of the stuff in it, but there's supposed to be a dot there. So this would be 2, and there shouldn't be any dot. Okay, so this is 3 right here, and this is 4 all by itself. Do you see what I'm doing? Okay, and then I have 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now you know that this is a relatively easy piece because the rhythm pattern is the same just about all the way through. Okay, so here's how you say this. Okay, so if you went back and you actually listened to the first thing that I did, you know, with the rhythm patterns where I went through and I did 1E, 2E, 3, and so you understood how to say them. Here's how you say this, okay? So when you're saying a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, I've got a sort of a slur, a 1, so I'm going like this in the music. So I've got 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4. You guys all know this tune? 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a. Okay, so now what you could do is you could take a few minutes and go back through this piece and fill it out. Now, there's only one rhythm thing that's different down here, and it's actually in the fourth part. It's where I've got the cut note first. So this is 1. This would be 1, and then this would be 2E. 1, 2E, 1, 2E, 1, 2E. So here's what I want you to do, okay? You could pause this video at this point, and what I would do is I would go in, I would write in the numbers first, like we did, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first note in every measure is always 1. After the bar line and stuff. So I would put in my eighth notes first, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would go back in and put all of my secondary syllables in, and I would fill out the whole sheet. Okay, this isn't rocket science. You can do this, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so I'm going to put my camera back up, and I'm going to show you what to do next with this piece. Okay, now you've taken the time, I hope you're taking the time, to fill out all the syllables. Okay, what you want to practice doing now is you want to practice saying them. Okay, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, 2, 3. That's the first part. Okay, so you want to practice doing that. But you see how everything is about inflection. Okay, so if I go a 1, a 2. Remember Lawrence Welk? A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. Okay, but that's how he's counting. He's counting the dotted eighth followed by a 16th. Okay, so 1, a 2, a 3. So it's all inflection. You don't say a 1, a 2, a 3. It's a 1, a 2. See, I got a little bit of a break after the number. A 1, a 2, a 3. That's how I get the right inflection, so that all of those syllables don't sound the same. We don't want them to sound the same. We want them to sound different. Okay, good. Okay, so you've done your due diligence. You've written all of this stuff in. Now let's talk about how to play it. Okay, so if you look at this piece, okay, the most common, the question is, what type of note is used the most? What type of note? Okay, and if you look really hard, if you took all the dots and all the cuts out of it, what do you have left? Okay, you have eighth notes and 16th notes, but you have more 16th notes than you do the eighth notes. Okay, one of the biggest problems that bagpipers have is memorizing music. And you say, well, okay, well, you know, oh, my memory's not that good. Well, here's the problem. The problem isn't your memory. The problem is that if you play a tune 10 times in a row, and you play it 10 different ways, you play it differently each time you play it, your brain is confused. Playing the bagpipe is about precision. Playing the bagpipe, when you got 20 guys standing in a circle at the World Bagpipe Competition in Glasgow, Scotland, they got 20 people standing in a row playing the bagpipe. It's about precision. The whole idea is for it to sound exactly the same, with all those 20 people playing exactly the same thing at exactly the same time with the same expression and everything else. So it's about precision. So when you're learning a new tune like this for the first time, the most important thing that you could do is to play it slow. Okay, I call this big, slow, and open. Okay, so here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the dots and the cuts out of it, and I'm going to show you how to sight read this tune, tapping to the 16th note. Okay, so here's my 16th note. Hear that? Okay, I'm taking all the dots and the cuts. This is what it's going to sound like. Now, if you did that 5 times in a row, and you played it just like that, you probably would have mastered the fingering of this piece. You can't apply rhythm to a piece if you have fingering problems. Every tune goes together in three components. It goes together fingering, rhythm, and expression, fingering, rhythm, expression, fingering, rhythm, expression. You can't have musical expression on the bagpipe because the musical expression is controlled by the rhythm. Okay, that's where if I want to make that bald-headed guy with the Fu Manchu and the sleeves of tattoos cry at the funeral, it's going to be the way I do the rhythm in Amazing Grace. That's going to make him bawl like a baby. Okay, so the same thing is true here. If you're trying to play a piece and you're having a problem with the rhythm, your problem isn't the rhythm. Your problem is your fingering. You haven't figured out the fingering yet. Okay, so if you played this piece 5 times just like that, you probably would be ready to apply the rhythm. Okay, so here's what we do next. Okay, so now I'm still tapping at the 16th. Now I'm going to add the rhythm. Okay, but here's what happens to the dots and the cuts. Okay, I'm tapping 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now listen to this. 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, 1, a 2, a 3, 4, see what I did? Okay, that's where the dots and the cuts are going to be applied. Okay, so here I'm going to play it for you. Watch. Here's my beat. play that 5 times. Okay, just like that. Okay. Then the question is, well, what do you do next? Okay. Well, if you've mastered it at the 16th note, we're tapping it in 8/16. Okay. Then the next thing to do is to move it up to 4/8. Okay, so now the 8th note gets to beat. Here it goes. So I'm going 1, 2, 3. No, you play that a whole bunch of times at 4/8. And the whole purpose of tapping the 16th note and the 8th note is to control the speed. If you can control the speed and how fast you play it, you're going to master the fingering better, and you're going to play all the notes, all the grace notes and all the doublings and stuff like that. Okay, so you're gonna work on developing the tune now at 4/8 time, all 4 parts. Okay, once you've done that, then you can move it up to 2/4 where it belongs. So here's the beat. Then you have the tune. Okay, that's how you develop a tune like this. Okay, the problem again is that most people, when they open the book and they look at a 2/4 march, the dotted 16th and the 32nd makes them throw up, and they say, "Oh, I could never play this." So you know what to do? They turn it and they find the next 4/4 march and stuff. Look, the greatest music ever written for the bagpipe was written in the 2/4 march. Just my humble opinion. You know how opinions are now. But also the Strauss bass and reels. I mean, a lot of you folks aren't playing the Strauss bass and reels or the hornpipes and jigs. Those are the great. That's a great bagpipe music. I mean, there's 3 genres of music on the bagpipe. I got the marches in all different meters. Whoop. I've got all the dancing music, and I got the pibroch. I mean, there isn't any reason why your bagpipe career should be limited in time. I've been playing for 45 years. I'm not bored. If I get bored, all I do is I pop open one of those Scott Scards books, and I've got close to 1,000 tunes that I can learn to play. I play a lot of tunes because over 45 years I've popped open the book a lot of times to learn something new, and so can you. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or you can call me on the phone. You want to meet me on Skype? I'm happy to do that too. But I hope you have a great day. I hope you take advantage of these materials. We'll do something else next time. Maybe we'll do a 6/8 or something. I'm going to try to do this on a weekly basis. Okay, have a great day. Bye.